The Formal Gamer, podcast for those with exquisite taste.
Welcome to Season 8 of the Formal Gamer podcast. Fickle the Bard, Burnham the Monk, and Methuselah the Magic User begin their quest in chains, but end up in the middle of a conflict they don't truly understand. Malevolent magical forces are at work in the town of Dulasar, with defiant dragonborn, guarded gnolls, and cunning kobolds fighting for supremacy. Will our three heroes be able to escape and discover why their life seems to be draining away? Especially as their own demons seem to be getting in the way of their progress. Sometimes literally.
Hi guys, welcome to episode 18 of season 8 of the Formal Gamer podcast. Luckily I escaped from the belly of that whale from the last week's episode intro where it sounded terrible and we got a microphone back. Remember that we're on Facebook, Twitter and our website if you ever want to follow us or anything or ask us any questions. And also this year we're going to be at Dragonmeet in early December, which is a London convention. Check out their website. Just type into Google Dragonmeet. I think that's probably the easiest way. Where we'll be recording some episodes. So if you're around and want to jump on and meet us and even record some stuff with us and get on the podcast, you can. But more importantly than any of that is that you enjoy the episode.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Formal Gamer podcast. Looks like we're moving towards another split party.
Yeah.
So what did we do last episode, guys?
We camouflaged ourselves in Liamon's tiny hut, which we'd camouflaged. And
You dug a trench. You got it so that
you tried to make us dig a trench because you love all that warfare shit. But we just used.
You prick.
Yeah, fuck the DM. Yeah.
We just.
aggressive.
Yeah.
We just used magic, and then we hid, and then Methuselah very bravely poked an orc.
He fell over.
You gave it the lightest of light touches.
Yeah, this procession of orcs we set a trap for, and I was going to finger one of them while he didn't know. And that would give me the gaze of two minds, where I can perceive everything he sees. A way of spying on the mechanisms of these kobolds, bastards.
And hopefully one of them just explains the plan.
Yeah, hopefully, as we all know, guys, we all come here every night to steal the life essence into this jar. Don't let anyone drink it. Hopefully, that's what we're going to get.
Yeah. Hopefully one of them just says the plan out loud.
Yeah.
So, guys, can I just reiterate the plan?
So while Methuselah is having this experience, I'm keeping watch on him in the tiny hut. But
Tully's with you.
And Tully's there as well.
So you're keeping a watch on who? Methuselah?
Yeah, because obviously while he's in a trance, like doing the other gaze, if anyone comes to attack him, he's going to be like looking and hearing through the orc, so his own senses are diminished, which you should probably know. Never mind. And then Burnham's off to do his own thing again. So.
And I may have just not rolled that well on a stealth roll.
Oh, yes.
So...
Oh, and also Methuselah and Fickle are pseudo-married.
Whoa, pseudo? What do you mean pseudo?
Well, what started as a sham marriage and is now sort of...
Well, Fickle's quite clear in her mind it's a marriage, so she doesn't get a kicking from the monks, and she's trying within the day and a half marriage to do all she can to redeem herself in the eyes of the pair people.
Is she not going to try and make this work past that point then?
Well, I think she is probably not.
Methuselah is pretty set on consummating this marriage within the next 24 hours. So...
Orcs.
No orcs will be involved.
Up to 6.
Whereas Fickle has got no intention of summating or consing on anything.
Yeah. That's that word.
Yeah, that's how you use that one. But,
right.
You know, Fickle is romantic, so if she was wooed, you know...
Woo! Sorry.
But I don't think...
Oh, I like you a lot.
I don't think anything will happen.
Oh, no, I just lost the game.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Oh, no.
That's fine, because we're on a podcast, so that doesn't matter.
Let's talk about that
For
game.
any of the hundreds of people out there who are currently playing the game, you just lost.
Well, have they?
And if you don't know what game it is, then well done, you're still a winner. Okay, sorry.
And if you do know the game is, you're not a winner, you're a loser.
I think probably Fickle's hoping that Magnum's still alive somewhere and that he might sing to her again one day, which would be awkward if she had a husband.
Yeah, you might.
Well, but if it turns out you don't have a husband, then it's going to go very badly wrong.
Yeah, my fate is kind of clouded anyway.
Yeah, I mean, like, your safety is, like, very much linked to the fact that you're married to this man.
Well, we'll see.
I mean, you know, your trial by pair when we take you back to the monastery.
Trial by pair. do you put them in a room and keep placing a pair on them until the weight becomes... Oh,
dear.
That is...
Hang on, sorry, is that Mira complaining about that one?
Oh dear.
After the mess at the start of last week's episode, last week, then I don't think we can comment.
Last week was a tranche of very strong soft furnishing / furniture quote puns.
Well,
Yeah.
Perjury's actually quite good.
cheers.
Yeah,
Well-
you did good, kid.
Right, I rolled an 11. What the fuck happened with this door?
Yeah, so you were trying to get into the trapdoor.
Yeah.
You made a bit of noise, and the two kobolds,
Looked
relatively
over.
nearby, looked over. The ball is in your court, sir.
Am I standing up?
I had you sort of crouch down to try and open it.
Do I just wave at them like I'm a kobold? This is fine. Were any of them still wearing the beekeeper stuff?
No.
No.
Oh.
You might. I feel like you. How far away is the trapdoor from where the procession is?
The procession is quite far.
But these two have had held back.
I'm just trying to think if we can eat these guys.
I think the easiest place to eat them might be down there, though.
Yeah, I think you should keep on going.
I'm just going to open it non-stealthily and walk down there because I'm hoping that it's empty down there anyway because everyone's out there for possession. If they do follow me, then punch, punch, kick, kick.
But you
block,
might as
block,
well
block.
be stealthy just in case.
Well, they're already looking over.
Yeah, so
Okay.
just be normal.
So I'm thinking, like, maybe
Oh, you're
get
in
social
disguise,
stealth.
aren't you?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm hoping they just go, oh no, that's just one of the late kobolds going in there.
Social stealth, I like it.
Yeah, so just try and act natural. The problem is, Burnham is not very natural. Like, he's an awkward creature.
Oh yeah. I mean, the best result here could be if, while they walk up to you, a mimic jumps out of the forest and eats them.
Yeah, well, that'd be the perfect result.
Yeah, there's a wild mimic running around
There he
somewhere.
is.
Yeah.
As long as he's not in a tent, we're fine.
So I'm just going to open it and go down. And so if they follow me down there, at least it's somewhere quiet.
Are you attempting any sort of...
like a deception to do it with sort of like a casual swagger.
roll it up then.
Ooh, 15! -1.
You open up the trapdoor. It's heavier than the last one. You struggle a little bit, but you go in, and there are a set of stairs downwards. Do you close it behind you, as in just let it drop?
I think that makes the most sense.
Yeah, I don't let it drop, I just put it closed and try and close it sort of relatively quietly. And the second it is closed, fucking leg it.
Run like fuck.
Run like fuck.
Can we see what they do from inside our hut?
Yes.
And then
Right, I'll
Fickle,
cover
could
my
you-
ears because that seems fair.
No, but Fickle, you can message him surely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Also, can you see in the dark?
No.
So have you closed yourself into a dark?
Is it dark down there?
'Cause
There are-
don't be running through the dark.
At this stage down there, there are a couple of torches similar to where you were.
I just leg it down towards the torches and I'm looking for any little side room I can hide in.
Okay. So, how should we deal with this?
I-
Cover my ears, I don't mind.
I think we can all play.
No, because the message, she can message you. So
Oh, right.
You're really up for covering your ears,
I
weren't
don't
you?
mind. I think it's the best way of doing it.
Yes.
No matter how much we say we're not going to react to something that we know, there's no
Yes.
human way of doing it.
Yes.
We are weak and human-minded. We don't want our characters to die.
You are weak and human-minded. I am strong and alien-minded.
Yes.
I have the mind of an alien.
You're the most human out of everyone.
Yeah.
Amen, sister.
So
You just said you were alien-minded and not human. You completely changed your mind.
Oh, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
What's the DM saying? Looks like he's about to
So
say
you might be trying to
something.
do the campaign or something.
I mean, like you get NPCs, and some of them are, competent, charming, very good looking, like Magnum,
Did we miss something?
I
and
think we're about to hear something.
and some of them are just massively, massively incompetent.
They are kobolds. They're bloody kobolds.
I mean,
so.
They're about to be bloody.
so
Cobotches.
they turn and they start walking relatively swiftly towards where the trap door is. As that occurs, one goes down and lifts up the opening of the trapdoor.
What, where he just went?
Where he just went.
Why?
At the same time, the second kobold goes to walk down the stairs. And for whatever reason, the kobold holding open the trapdoor hears something, turns around and lets the trapdoor go on the kobold as he was going down the stairs. And you just hear jip, jip, ah, as he's crushed underneath.
To death?
No,
Oh.
stuck in the
Ow,
trapdoor.
Fucking hell.
Message him that. Message him that the kobolds got stuck in the trapdoor.
I will message him. I'm just a bit nervous about how far a message can go. Oh, shit. Sorry, everyone. Microphone hit. Oh, should I check it?
Yeah, check it. And while you're doing that, I'm going to think I'll probably, even if I hear the message, chances are I'll just keep going.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it changes your...
No.
It just means you could be less worried.
Yeah, because they'll be dealing with the fact that they've hurt one of their friends. Are there any side rooms, or is it just one long corridor?
Similar to the trapdoor that you went in before.
Now, obviously, I remember that perfectly.
You went
but just
down,
in case I've forgotten some of the details.
You went down and then there was a pathway into a wider open area.
Okay.
The pathway down appears to be a lot longer than before.
And how far away
Like
am I from
twice as
Fickle
far.
right now?
How far away from Fickle?
Yeah.
Not a huge amount, but you're going down, so...
If he's more than 120 feet, and
Does
also...
it have to be within sight, though? Or
It
not?
doesn't have to be within sight, but if there's 1 foot of stone between us...
Well, there probably
There's
is.
quite a lot of
Yeah.
ground.
Yeah.
So I am now out of sight, out of mind.
Wonderful.
So you are in the process of running down these stairs in your little beekeeper suit. As you hear the trapdoor open, you turn around, see a kobold start to move in, and then get squashed, facing you, going...
Just legging it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think running up and punching him to death is probably not going to help the situation.
So these stairs, again, they're twice as long, twice as wide. So you think that this, perhaps, if orcs were going to go downstairs, this would be the way that they would go, rather than the other trapdoor
Right,
entrance
because the other
that
one was a
you
bit
went
narrow, was it? Right,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I'm just running down and hoping I come across somewhere to hide.
to. Okay, you come down, you come to the bend in, well, where it sort of comes to a T-jump, not T-jump, excuse me, 90-degree turn, and you go round and you're into another little corridor.
Do a perception to see if I can see anyone. Uh, 12 plus 2.
No, you can't, actually.
Right, then you keep...
On this level, in this open sort of set of space, no, you can't, from the angle you're at.
Then I keep just bombing on.
Okay, you're bombing on. If you go further, you're going to break out into the main sort of...
The main circle room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just bomb onto that room.
Okay.
And whether I get to the door, I stop, I do a little heading check.
Okay, as you get to the door, you do a head-in check, and you see... Well, in fact, roll perception.
Bastard. 4.
You see a series of cages and stalls and...
Do I see any kobolds
seats.
or
You
orcs?
can see some kobolds sitting down around sort of this inner area.
Right, can I see what's in the cages?
No, not with the 4.
You're going through cages.
Do I just run through, open the cages and just leg it?
Do it.
So,
You...
what's the... Okay, no, it's fine.
Because I think, if anything...
I mean, it's a particularly bad perception roll, if I'm honest.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm not saying I should see more, but like, is the gut reaction just cause some chaos down here and fuck off, or just come back? Because I'm sort of stuck between kobolds and a kobold place.
Oh, you are, yeah.
This area here, there are a lot less torches, though. A lot less. So both kobolds and orcs have dark vision.
Yeah, and the halfling doesn't. So,
You're a little bit sneaky.
I'm a little bit
But
sneaky.
you're in disadvantage.
But you are disguised in a beekeeping suit.
Yeah.
You could just
How
chill.
close is
You
the
could
close-
just sit in a shadow and wait.
How close is the closest cage?
Quite close.
Okay, I'm going to try and...
So they're a mix of cages and just sort of fences. That's all I can describe it on.
I'll hit the deck onto my belly, and I'll arm over arm to the nearest cage to have a look and see what's in it.
Stealthy, stealthy.
Oh no, that didn't even roll. 4 plus 3.
You
Oh dear.
you crawl hands and knees up to this cage,
Yeah.
and you find your face pressed up against the D&D version of like chicken wire, basically.
So that was the enemy for a second.
Stakes sort of crossed in like crisscross fashion. Looking in, you recognise. Well, you look in and you see similar objects to what you saw when you were climbing up the main stairs when you saw the avalanche.
Oh, the rocks.
Yeah, and as you look at them, they all start almost like chittering, chattering, and moving, and you see hundreds of little eyes turn and look at you.
It's a bit weird, isn't it? That is a bit weird.
How big are the eyes?
How big are the eyes? No, thanks for asking me.
So these almost like these are a lot smaller in size to the ones you saw on the pathway, the stairway up to the top of the temple.
So roughly how big are they?
Well, like spider,
These ones
rat,
are
rabbit.
more like
Fish?
like the size of the top of a burger bun.
They're fucking big eyes.
No,
That's the thing.
the whole thing. The
Oh,
eye
okay.
How
is
big is it?
the eyes are a little like
Sesame seeds?
large
Pickle.
marble size,
Marble size.
Right, with marble
and they
eyes.
are chittering, chattering
Well,
around.
that's not that small.
Yeah, like the size of a D20.
Why are we so increasing like the eye? Am I poking them in the eye? Is this my plan?
No, I'm just trying to. Like, if it's.
Could I lift the chicken wire up at the bottom? Because is it onto a stone floor? Just climbing with them.
Free them. Free them.
Well, yeah. Okay, that's one option.
You think you might be able to lift up the bottom? Yeah, it would be heavy, but you reckon? Yeah.
Could I not just bend the wire up at the
definitely.
bottom?
Well, it's stakes. I'm saying the D&D equivalent of like chicken wire, so it's stakes crossed over in a lattice fashion.
I mean, I could just flip this thing over as much as I can, and then just leg it back to where I came, and hope those two fuckwads have moved out of the way, and then just see what chaos I've caused, get back in the cupboard.
I feel like
Should we take a pause there,
Yeah.
and then should we go back to see?
I'll make a decision. I'll get into my cave with one
Yeah,
of
you
us.
have a Burnham. You have a thing because I want to see you again, and
Thanks, Sally.
everyone else. So you have seen Burnham dash into this underground trapdoor.
And the two.
You've seen two kobolds go around and literally like about as bad as upper 90 percentile of a fail, let's say.
So I would like to ask Methuselah what he's seeing.
But should we deal with these kobolds or leave them there?
I think let's leave them there.
I mean,
So this kobold
it's
is trapped
basically one
and
for the
making quite a
taking.
lot of noise.
Yeah, I think we should take them out.
Tully?
Well, do you want to ask Tully, who's essentially the DM, what we should do?
Tully, do you fancy going and killing those kobolds?
Tully, can you just go complete the adventure for us?
No, Burnham told me to look after you. I can't possibly go and deal with it on my own. I
Say,
don't feel I
Methuselah,
have the
as
influence.
my husband, what do you want me to do? Can you give me some guidance here?
Keep an eye. It's difficult, you know. It's risk reward. We could go take them out quite easily, or you go make a fucking meal of it, and then we'll be in all kinds of trouble.
Fine, I'll go and freaking deal with
mate,
it.
I tell you what. Let's just wait and see what happens.
I could try and shoot an arrow into one of them.
You'll probably miss and probably scupper us.
It's true.
That's the thing.
I could maybe cast a tiny hut on top of them.
No, we've already got a hut, and it's
Okay.
wonderful. No, I think maybe leave them. Actually, now I'm considering it.
I think it's more important that you focus on what the orc is
I
doing.
think so. I'll carry on focusing on what the orc is doing, and you just watch out.
If it brings more kobolds to the area, at least they will be searching around the trapdoor, not around the bushes.
Well, we're not that far away from the
That's good
trapdoor.
for you guys. It's not great for some people.
Well, keep an eye out. If Burnham re-emerges, you're going to have to whole person and munch those kobolds rather quickly. I'm going to concentrate on what the orcs do.
Okay, I will keep a watch on the kobolds. But, if Burnham didn't come back...
He's probably dead.
I probably wouldn't get kicked and dragged to a monastery where I'd be killed.
Wait a minute. I mean, it's a shame we didn't let Burnham leave the room for this bit, because then we would have... Well, I don't think anyone's actually had conversations about killing me.
No, but let's talk, Methuselah. Do you think that
I think it's going in ears, because I don't want to hear this.
Do you think he's coming around to me feeling very bad about...
I don't know. He's very difficult to
He's very
read,
cross, isn't he?
because he's essentially... Wait, Tully's here. Tully, you're not listening.
You want me to... Really? Okay.
No, I say, Tully...
Tully, you're in the tent with
I say,
us.
what do you think, Tully? I'm really trying bloody hard, but he still seems quite, annoyed.
I'm here to defend you. I will not speak of my master. My elder, sorry.
Convince him to stick with us.
Whispering doesn't help the audience.
I know, but hopefully she's going to do what I say.
It's just, any interaction you have with these folk backfires. Either they become a normal person and they fuck off, beaten to death, or they want to kill you because you squished a pear and they won't let you make it up to them.
Yes. What?
I just don't want to be kicked in the bum.
Well, Tully, is this likely to happen?
Am I going to get kicked in the bum?
If you say bad things or do bad things about the pair, there is a likelihood of some moderate to highly moderate kicking. But no, I've said too much.
I don't want to be kicked as much as you kicked Magnus, Tully.
No, I didn't kick Magnus.
What happened? You told us you did last
No,
time.
I will no say no more.
Well, I hope you don't kick me in the bum, Tully. Well, what should I do about these bloody kobolds?
If you touch the pears again, I will.
I just make a little note in my music songbook.
Tully is a fundamentalist.
So while this is going on, the two kobolds, the kobold who dropped the trapdoor lid,
Sorry, I bashed the microphone.
the kobold who dropped the trapdoor lid lifts it up. The other one gets up and then pushes him in the chest. The other one then pushes him. Yip, and they're clearly sizing each other up for a little bit of a fight.
I say we see how this pans out.
Oh, I get some popcorn out of my pack. Get myself comfortable.
I'm just going to concentrate on the gaze of two minds.
Okay.
That's what I'm concentrating on. So we can either stick with kobolds.
I'll watch the kobolds and see how the fight develops.
Okay. So they start yip, and then they start going at it. There's teeth and punching and whatnot, and they're rolling around, and the amount of noise they're making is variable, but it could possibly get quite loud with them fighting.
Then what's the worst thing that will happen if someone comes to sort them out? Nothing, really.
Well, it risks it if more people are around us, but, we haven't done anything suspicious. It's just them fucking themselves over. So we either just sit it out, or we have to quiet them out. I'm doing gaze. But then there'll
be another two corpses, and that's slightly more noticeable than two colleagues scrapping. Surely,
it's true, but we'll just feed it to the mimic.
Oh God! Look, what's going on with the big orc? Tell me what you can see.
Yes.
Okay, so the orc and the three kobolds wearing the sort of dark blue, dark purple cowls and hooded sort of tops. They walk towards the stairs on the side of the pyramid where you went in before. As they approach, the three kobolds first, the orc behind them, they go up the stairs and into the lower area of the sort of...
the bottom of the donut?
Yeah, the bottom of that.
Like the temple or the donut?
Sorry, the inner bit where you had that raised bit which you broke the doors of.
Right, yeah. Okay. So they're inside the temple now. I can see inside the temple.
They are, yes.
Yeah.
The orc goes to where his little area is and has a look around and finds one of the hooks and then goes over to the trapdoors.
Yes.
At which point he realises one of the... So the kobolds flick the switch and realise it's broken. You see a bit of muttering and yipping. Yep, rah, ta, rah. And he
That's scary, isn't it?
moves to
more like Klingon
moves
to
to
me.
open the doors. At this point, another 6 kobolds come into the open area there in the central bit of the inside of the temple. They are not wearing the purple. They are wearing normal sort of kobold attire, but again, in this point, cloaked. No deep purple, just normal browns and leather and stuff. They then start ascending the rope ladders to go up to the palisade bit on the inside of the temple. And half of them start climbing up the ropes towards the ceiling area.
Burnham couldn't do that. Burnham was too scared.
The orc is still remonstrating with some of the smaller kobolds in the blue and purple, and in the end, the 2 orcs open up the wooden doors and lock them in a sort of back fashion. While this is going on, the kobolds then move round again and start continuing their chant. Moon Grag. Yip. Moon Grag. Yip. The orcs then move out to near the door area, and you see them looking up towards the sort of the upper dome area, or not dome, but the upper bit of the temple, where the kobolds who've climbed up there are now around that upper palisade and start to undo some of the machinery that opens up the doors on the very top and put them in a sort of locked fashion. They then take the ropes they climbed up and pull them so that they're dangling down into the well type area from whence they came, and then start to sort of abseil down and sort of swing down towards the bottom, back towards the well.
And is the orc staying in the central chamber then?
He is, yeah.
I don't know why they don't just keep the doors open the whole time. If they're going to do it every night, it's a lot of intense work, isn't it?
Well, actually, it's just machinery. They just pull a lever.
Yeah, but you've got to climb up the bloody top of the temple.
Yeah, but they're kobolds. They love it, don't they?
They do.
They love it, Maggle.
Yeah.
I didn't hear what he said, really.
Well, they love it, Maggle.
He called you Maggle.
Maggle.
Called you Maggle.
Oh, I'll take that.
Oh, you can't deny it.
So, what happens
Come on, Toggle. What happens next?
So, this chanting continues on for quite a bit longer, and we'll have to go back to Burnham at this point.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm ready, willing, able.
So, Burnham, you'll buy this.
These rocks. Chilling out with these animated rocks.
These rocks that appear to be
Staring
actually
at you.
Staring at me.
animals.
I like Spirited Away rocks.
Can I, I'm gonna say hello very lightly at them. And wave and go, can you all stay still, please? And if you stay still, I'll free you.
Fuck you.
They start chittering and start throwing themselves towards the wall where you are.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
I feel like they might have one role. They may not be that sentient.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, can I hear any kobolds coming over? Not over the noise.
Not
of
over
the
the
rocks, I
noise.
suspect.
Looking around you, so maybe might be time for another perception check.
Well, that's your opinion. No!
No, okay, yeah.
I'm very much dealing with this rock situation.
Okay, yeah, you wait there then.
Well, no, I don't wait there. I'm going to do a check to see if I can lift up this cage.
Yes, you reckon you can, yeah.
Okay, I think I'm going to lift it up and run away.
The thing is about Burnham is he has the worst plans.
So you'd have to stand up to properly lift it up, and
Yeah.
And what do you want to lift it up and move it away?
Yeah,
or-
just lift it up and sort of push it back so it's open and then just leg it again.
Okay, leg it back up the stairs?
How close is the other exit?
Oh, it's completely the other side of this.
No, and then back out the one I was in.
Looking around, there are again other stairs that go down and from sort of in the donut bit, if it makes sense.
I might flip it and just run down another set of stairs. I'll flip it and just leg down a set of stairs.
Yeah?
Yeah, fuck it.
So he's in the donut.
Yeah, I'm in the top donut.
In the underground, there's a top donut.
Yeah, and this is, I can get, last time when I walked round, I could see steps to a lower donut, but when me and Tully went, oh no, we've been rumbled.
So you're in the same donut as you were before?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
No.
A different
I thought,
donut.
I thought, right.
No, different donut, and you can see the stairs coming down.
So you're in the lower
Oh, so I'm in the lower donut.
Yeah, well, you did roll a 4, but
Yeah.
yeah. So you're in the lower donut, and you can see the stairs in the central bit. So the stairs are going around that well bit, almost.
And the well is where the kobolds are currently abseiling down in the middle of the donut. Right? We think.
Well, I don't know that though.
Yeah, we worked that out before. Oh, you don't know the kobolds?
I don't know they're
abseiling?
coming down.
Yeah.
They're going to find a Noel's head at the bottom.
Remind him. Don't remind him he's forgotten.
Oh my god. Teddy!
Teddy will do fine. Teddy will hide.
So, yeah, I'm going to flip it up and then run up a set of stairs then.
Run up to the floor where you were.
Is there a set of stairs down again?
It's like a spiral staircase.
But there's nothing going further down. Is there?
Yeah, so the spiral staircase continues down, but it also goes up.
Oh, I'll go down then.
Yeah?
So I flip it and I'm down I go.
Oh my lord.
So you flip it. Roll a nature check for me.
Fuck me.
6.
That's what?
Yeah,
No.
So you flip the cage.
Yeah.
You see kobolds. There's only 3 in this room, all spaced out around different points, and you flip it. They all turn and look at you and are like, "Yip," which is effectively the kobold for what.
Oh, I'm
the
going to
fuck.
run back to where I came from actually. I'm not going to go further down. I'm going to leave.
Okay, and the magic rocks, because of such a shit nature check, the magic rocks all start chittering around on the floor, and you run back towards the stairs and out of sight.
Yeah, I'm just legging it.
Flipping heck.
I'm going to get myself killed if I go down there. I quite like Burnham.
And you start running up the stairs.
Yeah, leg it away.
As you run upstairs, you take a little bit of a quick peek back, and you see some of these magic rocks.
I didn't like the fact you keep saying that. Like I didn't know.
Chittering after you on that base level, and you hear a yip 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 yip, and then you hear whoop woo, as you think perhaps that people might have been running after you and might have been de-seated by some of the little magic rocks that you.
Then I'm going.
You burst out of the trapdoor and
No,
find-
I'm not. I'm going to.
No?
I'm going to trapdoor and then I'm stopping.
Okay, and you stop by the trapdoor and you hear
It was quite a way, wasn't it?
You hear the sounds of fighting.
Okay. Well, I'm going to hunker down and see if those guys are following me. Can I see anyone coming after me?
At the moment, you can hear people, and how long are you going to wait?
Oh, only if I can still hear them following, then I'm coming
You
out.
can hear them coming up, and you can hear them trying to bypass these.
Stones.
Stones.
Then trapdoor open, trapdoor closed.
So as you open the trapdoor, you open it up, and directly in front of you are 2 kobolds rolling around on the floor fighting.
Okay, I close the trapdoor and I pull some logs on top of it. I ignore the fighting.
This is how Burnham deals with his problems.
Is the log that you pull the dead?
No, not the
fallen
one
over-
that the base is hidden behind. Just I start piling logs and stuff on top of it.
Okay. You close the trapdoor. You move over to find a log, and you start dragging it towards it. And as you start dragging it towards it, you look over and you realise that the kobolds have stopped fighting and are both looking at you from the floor.
I'm just carrying on. Logs going on it.
Yep.
I just nod and I drag the log on top of it.
Roll a
Deception.
yeah.
4.
You love that 4, don't you?
I love it.
They
That's my third 4.
they stand up, and you see them both draw what appear to be little tiny kobold knives from their belts.
Run into the forest, the opposite direction.
Actually, it's quite good, because then if the others come out, they might chase.
Yeah,
Away
well,
from
my
us.
next plan is to get them as far away from you guys as possible. So then I'm just legging it into the forest.
Right. Okay. Well, guys, what are you two doing then?
Well, I'm just looking through this orc's eyes.
I'm looking out the tent in disbelief at my friends popping out of a trapdoor.
Hang on, friends.
Yeah. Disbelief. Come on.
And I'm kind of relaying Like, oh, Burnham's popped out. Looks like he's dragging a tree trunk. Oh, the other two don't like that. Oh, he's dropped the tree trunk. He's run off into the forest. What's happening with old Grand Orky face?
Right, so at this point, the kobolds have gone down. They've disappeared. The trapdoor at the top is open. Half the kobolds were still up there. They then start climbing up themselves, up to the top, and climb out of the top onto the top area of the temple and out of sight. The Moongrak chants continue, and at this stage, nothing else happens.
Well, I'm going to keep waiting.
Okay. Right. I think we might need to deal with this, Burnham. What's happening with you? And
Going!
okay. Endurance roll, please.
There's no such thing as endurance
No,
in D&D 5e.
She's so painful.
Constitution.
Constitution. I have got extra speed.
Yes, you do. I know.
13 plus my constitution of 2. So 15.
Be athletics.
I can add my athletics if you want.
After... Well, I had you running at max speed, so I mean...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. After about, let's say, 5 turn moves, you see that these kobolds are really starting to lag behind you.
Okay. Then let's go another 5 turn moves.
Yeah, is your intention to, like, keep running and then hunker down and, like, hide, or is it just to keep running around to a completely different...
No, straight line.
Yeah?
And then, yeah. So, like, till I think they've given up.
Right, okay. You see one lag even further behind, and then after another 5 sort of double movements, you can't even see them or hear them anymore.
Okay, I then hide behind a tree and just have my head, like, sticking out, waiting to hear if I wait to see if I can hear or see them.
Okay, at what point are you going to go back?
I'm not sure I am. I think I'm going to give it at least 10 minutes.
Okay.
So I think they'll lie in wait.
Right, 10 minutes pass, you hear nothing.
Okay, then... So I'll start to try and move I'll try to keep my sort of eye... Can I see the temple still? Because it's quite big.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to move perpendicular to the temple so I can move...
So you're not retracing your steps?
No.
No.
No, because I think they'll probably work out I'm trying to do that. So I'll move sort of north, if that's correct. So I'm not quite sure. Am I to the east?
Okay, yeah, you take a roundabout route.
Yeah.
And you make your way back to the very edge of the clearing.
I'm looking for the back entrance of the dome.
Oh, right, I see what you mean. You work your way along and then you find your way back. You wish to avoid the...
I'll take as much time as it takes to be in no one.
Okay. About half an hour later, Fickle and Methuselah, you hear a rustling behind you.
Oh, fucking hell. I look...
And Happy Burnham Face is there.
I put my hand out of the tent and wave.
Hello. And I call in.
Come in. I say, what the bloody hell happened to you? What were you dragging a log for?
Yeah, what happened?
What happened?
Did you meet any sentient rocks?
I went down into the main chamber.
You love it down there, don't you?
I don't.
Twice you've been down there.
And I saw some kobolds, and I panicked and opened a cage full of these rocks that had eyes, and then I ran away.
Sorry, the cage had eyes.
You remember those rocks that attacked us on the
yes.
steps? Yeah,
Dreadful.
I found a cage full of them, so I just let them out.
Oh, Jesus. So, right. They're just all down there now, then.
Yeah, I don't think they're, like, harming people. I think they're just a nuisance.
That should keep them busy. Do you see anything pertinent to the fact our life force is being stolen?
No. And yeah, that was it.
Well, that's wonderful.
There was nothing really down there of any note because I was down there for such a short amount of time.
Well, let us tell you what's happened with the massive orc.
Oh yeah, what's happened with the massive
Pretty
orc?
much fuck all interesting.
Yeah, they've gone down the well. They're all inside the grand chamber. They've opened up the well, and then they've...
How did they feel about the broken door?
They didn't seem that bothered. And, No one's noticed about the, well, which broken door are you talking about, obviously?
Oh, I meant the well door, but yeah, we broke another door.
And we put a dead kobold under it as well.
Yeah, I know.
And it's a murderous rug. And, well, actually, we don't know where he is.
The rug's just in the room.
Where is the
rug-
rug?
That rug's not moving from that room.
No, it followed us.
Followed us out.
Yeah.
What? Where is it then?
I don't know, it followed us.
The last thing that Methuselah saw was the rug tiptoe and drop down into the main room.
So maybe
I quickly
through the orc. Can I see the rug anywhere in the main chamber?
Ooh.
What colour was that rug?
No, you can't.
Did I remember what colour the rug was? What was it?
Red.
Red. I thought
A red rug.
Every magic carpet's red.
Well, I
Apart from
think
all of the ones that aren't.
luckily we should be able to spot it coming in the forest.
Yeah, the dark forest. I'm sure we won't get jumped by that.
Is it night or day?
It's night. So this has all started as it has turned to night. So this is
a light coming now.
Your natural insights would tell you that this is the beginning of some sort of ritual.
This is what we've been waiting for to see, really.
Yes, to work out what's happening. Because we need to work out how to get our bloody life force back, so I can ban you bastards.
If the orc is staying at the top of the well and he's not going down it, we're still not going to know what's happening in the bottom of the well.
Maybe where is your?
But at least we know now that they go down the well.
I think something's going to happen down this well.
Yeah.
Something else is going to happen, and there's some chanting for Mud Crab Jack.
Yeah.
What's he called?
Doomcrack.
Mooncrack.
Yeah. You've got me now. Mooncrack.
Moon Crab.
The Doomist. That's why I've done that.
Doom Crack the Moonist.
Either way.
So yeah, they're still chanting for Mooncrack as well. So hopefully he'll shut up. I want to give him a whack in the face with my shillelagh. I suppose you want to give him a kicking as well.
Oh, yes.
And you probably want to sing a song about him, don't you?
I would like to have a very stern word with him about stealing people's life force. Yes.
So we've got to carry on just checking out what's going on in this chamber.
We'll protect you from this tent. Hopefully all the craziness won't draw too much attention to us.
Yeah, that was really helpful. Thanks,
Well,
Bernie.
they all think all the craziness is downstairs.
Well, apart from when you ran away up
Yeah,
here.
he ran. The guy they're chasing was a kobold who's run into the woods.
So if they see you, you're going to be like, well, I'm not a kobold.
Yeah, I wasn't that kobold.
It's not me. Okay, let's just continue on with this orc.
Okay. After about another half an hour, the kobolds who are wearing these sort of purple cowls all take out a little bag and start moving in a circular fashion around the inside of this temple. And as they go, they are sort of throwing a little bit of dust out into the room. At this point, the orcs, so there's two of them, each step into the corridor bits of this. And
is it just normal dust or magic dust?
You don't know.
Where do they get the
smell
dust?
through
From their
the orc's
pockets?
Senses.
Yeah,
Does it
you can
smell
smell
any
them.
Would it be that powerful?
No, it doesn't smell different, but you see them sort of throwing this dust around, and then they all get down on their knees, and the orc himself takes a knee, and at this point, obviously, he's looking down at the ground, and suddenly the torches in the room are all extinguished,
Oh no.
and a slow rise of a blue light starts emanating in the room, getting brighter and brighter
Here it goes.
and brighter
It's going to get our life
and
force.
brighter. And as it reaches a point of luminescence that would make the inside of this temple room almost like daylight, the little bits of dust that the kobolds have thrown on the floor all start to sort of rise up and sparkle and spit, almost like, you know, when you get a sparkler, you get those bits that come off, kind of like that on the inside of the temple. And then, like a big beam of blue light just erupts out of the central bit of this well shape and goes up through the roof of the temple. And at this point, all the yipping and Moongrak stops, and everyone's just silent with foreheads to the ground.
So essentially, we knew that a big blue light came out of this temple, and now, having infiltrated and touched an orc, we now know a big blue light comes out of this temple.
Well, hang on. We know where it comes from.
We knew it came from the bottom of the
Well,
well.
but we know what happens every night now, don't we?
Well, why don't they lose any life force?
Well, because they haven't been poisoned with it. Well, I don't know, actually.
Doesn't make any sense.
Maybe it's the dust that
We need to get
them.
our hands on that dust for shiz.
I reckon the dust is produced from the little butterflies.
Okay.
Can I insight that or Arcana that?
Hmm?
If I think that perhaps this dust is
It's a
being
good
produced
theory.
from these weird butterflies, or whether the dust protects them from the spell of them losing their weapons. Nope, not going to get anywhere there. 10.
So the orc that
So it's an insight, is it, as to what's going
Oh,
on?
well, I was going for Arcana. What was my insight?
So
It's like 0.
your insight into this is
Six.
slightly different to what happened when you were in Dullarside. Dullarside seemed like a little whirlwind was happening, and the blue light emanated from the centre. The whirlwind of sort of wind and haze appeared to be sucking stuff towards the centre of that town. Here, there's none of that. This is just a sort of eruption of light from down in the bowels of whatever's going on in this temple.
So my question is, what did the orc have to do with the ceremony?
The orc,
The one that we're looking at through.
well, he's been there and he's opened the doors, the heavy doors.
So
It
his
took
job
4
is
of you.
door opener. That's disappointing. I thought he would do a ritual or something that we could
You
spy
thought
on.
the big dumb orc that's there to be the muscle would be doing the rituals.
Well, I cannot comprehend that these kobolds are, apt
Ooh.
enough.
Well, didn't that Lady Grey talk about Mooncrack being the... He'd done something faster than she'd ever imagined. So,
And where is he, Mooncrag?
Well, I think we know where he is by the fact he's not here. I think he's downstairs in the guts of this temple, setting up this bloody moonbeam. A moonbeam from Mooncrack.
Oh, I saw there was more steps down, even lower
Yes.
down, right to the base of where that well thing is.
I think we know where we have to go to smash stuff, quite frankly. That's what I think we've done.
Okay.
Oh,
And
they might be crossing there.
It's true, I don't think we should go now, but, well, maybe we should go down, fuck it all up.
Well, the other thing we could do is go far, 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 far away from the blue light
Yeah, just die in a couple
and lead
of days.
separate, happy lives away from the effect of it.
We don't know how far the effect is.
Yes.
You know when we met Gorus?
Where did we meet
Godar.
Chorus?
Godar.
This sounds wonderful.
Chorus is a frog man.
What was his name? Gonad.
Godar.
Godar. Was he affected by the blue light? Because he was in the same area.
He wasn't.
Are we just affected because we were in that town?
Yes, they
Okay.
stole our souls. Our souls are marked.
This makes me very unhappy. We better go and...
This is the whole point of the fucking campaign! This is why we're all here doing this. None of us like each other. He's a little psychopathic zealot. You're an egotistical bard, and I'm the greatest wizard that ever lived! And I'm stuck with you fucks in this little tent in a trench, touching orcs that fall over, surrounded by yipping wankers!
Calm down, darling. Now, look, I know you've had a very long day.
Tully, he called you a psychopath.
I said, I think you're probably correct, husband. We're going to have to go
Yes?
and find those lower realms
Yes?
of the donut.
Yes, the lower realm of the donut, yes?
Is that the name of this campaign?
We're go-
Lower realms of the donut.
We're going to have to try and be friends because when we're friends, we do good things, and when we're not friends, bad things happen.
It's fine.
But we also need to work our way because there's fucking hundreds of them.
So, this is happening. We're talking mid to late evening.
Are we feeling our life force going as well because the light's on?
No.
That's good.
When you saw this last, Methuselah, this was a different time of night. Very early in the morning.
So the last time we saw it was early in the morning.
Because
and
you
now
were
it's-
otherwise occupied at about 2 in the morning.
Right.
When you were on your own.
And now, does the moon seem to have a relation in the sky for this? Like, is the moon above where we are, or...?
No, it's not. The moon state hasn't massively changed since yesterday.
And so what is it now? So you're saying now it's like evening because it's
Yep.
turned dark. Okay. Any ideas? What's going on?
I
there?
think-
Not very good at keeping a schedule.
What
are
I'd
they?
really like to do, and I don't know if we have time to do this, but we've really riled everybody. Basically, they're going to figure out that someone's trashed their house, let the mad mimic out, and the stones have been aroused now. I feel we should go and seek help from someone who's wise, someone who's connected to the gods.
Not going there.
Oh, okay.
Not going. She's a bitch.
Well, we don't all have to go.
Splitting the party over such a long journey seems safe.
How long is the journey back to Lady Grey's house?
Quite a long way.
Because we came past all the Knoll camps since then, and I don't think the Knolls will let us leave the woods, because their whole thing was, you can only go through if you're going to kill the kobolds. We were like,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll kill the kobolds for
Oh,
you.
yeah. And
so-
they want to eat me as well.
Yeah, we
Well, we
told
don't
them-
know anything
No,
about
yeah,
no.
we told them that they're not allowed to eat you.
We promised that wasn't going to
yeah,
happen.
they didn't tell them that.
But in that case, our only plan is to go and explore the basement.
I think it is. I mean, bloody is. Do we do it now? Do we do it during the day?
There's less kobolds down there now. There was only 3 kobolds down there at the moment.
Let's go fucking fuck them up. Let's do it.
Well, hang on a minute. It's the middle of the night. How much sleep have we had? Are we exhausted now, or are we okay?
No, you're okay because
You had like a 3-hour rest.
Well, I've not got any key points, and you won't have any spells left.
That's true.
Surely
Well,
you
let's
do.
sleep the rest of the night,
Yes.
and then in the morning, when the situation's calmed,
Yes.
and there won't be that orc there, they'll have gone after the light show.
Yes.
Then we can go and kick some
This sounds sensible.
fan dabby
How long does
dozy.
this tent last for?
8 hours.
So how long's it been up for so far?
about 4.
But I can just cast another one.
Is
In
that
4 hours.
kosher?
I can cast another one next door, and then we can just go in it now.
Can you cast as many as you like?
Yeah. We can come out of this one, cast one.
Once she comes out of it, it stops. So she
Right.
can just recast it. Is what she's saying.
Okay. Okay, yeah, we'll sleep
Yeah,
in here. This is a
fucking
very
do that.
safe place to sleep.
Yeah. How long have we got left in this one?
4 hours.
Okay.
Let's
Sleep 4 hours, then we'll wake up, get out, recast it, cover it in stuff. Or maybe we should go away from the trapdoor.
I did cause some trouble around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we
yeah.
should abandon this hut, let it disappear.
Why not go to the gravesite? We love it there.
The gravesite.
Yeah, where we're keeping all the dead bodies.
Okay.
I would like to protect the pair graves.
Yeah, maybe not right at the gravesite.
No, but so I could see them.
They really don't seem to care too much about like these random dead bodies.
No.
Like, can I see from the orc's peripheral vision? Can he see down the corridor where we left the dead kobolds?
So you can see the other orc, yes, and it looks like so he's come in and worked out that there's something wrong, that the lid to the sort of well area was
Yes.
broken.
Yeah.
While he was doing that, you would have seen in your peripheral vision some sort of disturbance, and again another argument going on in that corridor with the orc pointing and one of the other kobolds.
That's one of my favourite little
Being
plans,
nearby.
because that really, I don't know what that changed, but it's such a funny little
He
thing.
just covers our tracks. Just muddying the water as much as possible.
Yeah, so when the Inquisition goes down, they're going to be like, well, who killed the guy with the door? What happened there? We know
Oh,
there
the guy next to the pear grave!
Yeah, so there's 2 buried pairs. Who set that man on fire?
You would think by the fact that they have continued to undertake this ritual that perhaps this is maybe a not time sensitive, but it is a regular thing that they either need to keep doing or really want to do on a schedule.
We need to fuck up their well. We need to go and take a
Yes.
massive shits down there.
Yes. If only we had bombs. I always love campaigns where I get bombs.
I just wish that Teddy had done a bit more.
Yeah, I know. Well,
He's
maybe
let-
he's done a lot.
He's let us down.
Maybe he's killed Mooncrack. Maybe. he
Why
is
wasn't
Mooncrack.
Mooncrack there?
Well, I think he's down the well.
Go on then. So let's have our sleep.
Yes. I think that's the way forward. We're going to move to a rather non-suspicious location.
Where we can't see any tracks.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be any through further thoroughfares.
I'm going to play a lullaby so we can all have a good night's sleep as well.
But like a really quiet one, right?
A really quiet one about forgiveness.
Just on a tambourine.
I get my zither out. No, I don't. And I
So,
get my
sorry,
glockenspiel
you're going
out.
back to the pile area, are you?
No, probably not.
No. Slightly deeper into the woods, just a few
Yeah.
metres further deep into the woods.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the woods quite well now. I've run around them all.
Yeah.
Yeah. And but another little tiny hut. as wood coloured.
Yeah.
Me and Tally will cover it in sticks again.
Yes.
Then I do a little song about forgiveness, friendship, and how revenge can often go wrong. And then
It's all those myths from that song.
then I go to sleep.
Wonderful.
Me and Tally will curl up and go to sleep. We sleep in spoon shapes, but face to face. Our foreheads touching.
I'm going to stay up, though, at least for now, and keep concentrating on the gaze. I'm going to want to see them finish this ritual and work out what happens.
Okay, so Fickle, you're going to go for sleep, Burnham, Tally?
Oh, yes.
I just do a quick song. Please forgive us for those who have done bad things to vegetables, to fruit, or to stones. In the end, we all will face our maker, but in this lifetime, let us not be alone. Good night.
But how do
Yeah.
you feel about that?
That was a very abstract song with no meaning in our faith. Night, Tally.
Night, Burnham.
What strange values that woman has.
Your voice is slipping.
Oh, yes.
Just be careful of that.
Burnham. Burnham. I see a Burnham in you now. Maybe you should take over already.
Oh, no, I don't
You're
think
not
so.
ready?
No,
I see a true
tomorrow.
Burnham in you.
hopefully.
Oh, I know it. I trust you.
Maybe when we go back to the monastery, you might become a high top.
Oh, a high top. No one like that. I'm very camp. Oh, get you. One day I'll become the Elton.
One day. Most likely. You do seem to have a lot of charisma.
Oh, yes. And maybe we can convince Methuselah to come in as a bell bottom.
I'm not going to be a bell bottom. I don't mind being an Elton. Is that one of your top ones?
Oh, yes, but you need to be a bell bottom first.
No, I go in straight at Elton or nothing.
Everyone,
That is nothing, that's fine.
everyone goes from the bottom.
Bell bottom.
We don't have a direct entry scheme.
No, we discussed it.
Well, you're missing out on all good talent that way, aren't you? How do you get wizards?
Oh, we've never had a wizard.
Well, you could have a wizard.
We had a cobbler. Is that the same?
He's a wizard of shoes.
That's what he said.
So, Methuselah, you stay up to get eyes on what's happening with
Yes,
this orc.
I want to focus on the gaze.
On the gaze. Okay.
On the gaze.
So, the light is emanating, and it's got quite strong. It's beaming upwards. After about an hour, you see more and more kobolds start to fill this chamber until it's pretty packed. This happens at about 12:30 in the morning. With one big sort of, I want to say gust of light, but sort of, what do you call it? Like pulse of light. Everyone starts chanting, Moongrag.
These
Moongrag.
cultists have got no material.
The light starts to dim and then dims to nothing. And then suddenly starts to rise up in intensity again, but not quite to where it was before. Still, this a little bit more dim in nature. And as that occurs, you start to see a cowled figure with arms stretched, feet pointed down, rising up out of the well toward the very top of the temple, rising up as if he's on a beam of light.
The show must go on.
No, he's not singing that, but like...
Is it Freddie Mercury?
No, we've undercut your moment now.
No, fuck it.
That's it over. All that intensity is done.
You told me to be naughty, remember?
Who told you that?
You two in the real life.
In the real life.
Did we tell you that?
There is no real life.
Yourself.
D&D is life.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Fickle's asleep.
Yeah.
And he rises up and you hear like a wail in the audience, like,
I was going to do that joke.
What are you doing?
Is that going to be a whale?
Yes.
how do you,
I know, I'm so far away just going,
Jules did a good one.
that's not a whale. That's a dolphin.
No, dolphin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but that's,
We need to
that's
watch
like a drowning cat.
We need to watch that
Well.
Star Trek film with the time traveling whale.
No, which one's that?
You know, they have to come back to San Francisco and get the last whale.
Sounds terrible.
And then take it back to future because an alien's trying to talk to the whales, but there are no whales on Earth.
Sounds like an episode.
It's a fucking film, dude.
What's happening?
So
this?
Moongrak is like being pushed up on a beam of light, and
The show must go on.
No, pillow up. I pillowed her. Don't worry, audience.
Can you take a picture
We're about
of
to
the
go
pillow
into the
up?
mine. We don't need to undermine now.
Oh, don't you get a pillow as well? Good.
I just got that.
How did you guys get that? What's he doing? So
I
he's
was trying to
floating
ignore everything you're saying and work out how I can put this back on the
talk to
track.
me.
Right, so he's fucking flying up. It's really cool, yeah? He's like fucking flying up. There's like sparkly
think
shit
it's
going
cool.
on,
I wasn't trying to undermine it.
right?
Yeah.
He goes up, and then you see him go out of the very top of the temple.
Ooh.
And at that point, you kind of lose vision of him from the orc's point
I
of
mean,
view.
that's a place to assassinate a person.
Oh yeah, big time. If we get the rocks on our side.
I didn't tell you, they're not personable.
No, they're not. So the top of the pyramid was like a hut almost up there, wasn't it? It didn't have a top, and then
It had a top, so it had it basically just had pillars with
Yeah.
cross beams, but it was open on all sides and on the top.
it was open on the top as well. Mother fudger. Okay. I see. Interesting. I'll keep on watching to see when he comes back down.
Okay. About 5 minutes goes by, and there is a brief flash of light, almost like if you set off a camera in a dark room, and then he starts coming back down, arms this time across his chest, as he's lowered on this beam of light as the light intensity reduces, and he moves back down
Can I-
further into the...
Try and work out with my archaic knowledge. Do I think he is floating because he can fly, or do I think he's floating because he's in the beam of light?
Why
And the beam
don't
of
you
light
use your R. Kelly knowledge? I believe he can fly.
No!
I like
it, but no! I actually quite like it.
That's not
I
bad.
quite like
That's
it.
not
It was
bad.
very
You're getting
good.
another pillow regardless. Because you're
I love a pillow! More!
I like that.
Yeah, I know, but unfortunately, it's on a string of very.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Which actually reduced it down.
Look at the pillow hurt my glasses on my nose.
Oh dear.
Right.
As long as you do a nose thing, like just
Well,
your
you get a
glasses.
sympathy point, which is,
um,
not as useful as an inspirational point.
No. So, do I think he's flying because he can fly, or is he always in this beam of light? Is it the
Roll
beam
it.
of light's property? Oh, fuck it.
Classic, former
Nine.
gamer.
Use your R. Kelly knowledge instead.
Yeah, can I roll? I've got plus 14 in R. Kelly.
It's mainly about piss and taking.
You only get the plus
Spatula,
14 if it's about
spatula,
underage children.
Spatula.
Oh, no.
Dear.
Oh, it went there again, did it? Podcast. So I guess I don't know, but
So was it 9 in
if we could
total?
stop this contraption when he's at the top.
Even
that is-
if we could-
seems quite a nice assassination.
even
of
if we could just knock him out of the beam of light,
yeah.
and he just drops like a stone, that would be quite good. But we'll turn it off. That'd be
Turn it off and
perfect.
suddenly he plummets
Yeah,
all the way back
that'd
down
be, that'd
again.
be preferable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Do I get anything from that, or is my
What was
brain
it,
just
9 in total?
9 in total? Yeah.
You're not, I mean, overall, you're not sure. You think kobolds aren't known to fly. He didn't look like he was flying. There was definitely kicking out some big magical waves from this light, almost like a sort of reverberation of it. But you're not sure whether this is channeling through him or whether he's channeling it. What you do know is that the light was emanating from underneath him, not from him.
Okay, that's good actually. Okay, so yeah, I guess he's come back down. I feel like maybe that's all I'm going to learn. I might as well watch.
Well, what happened is when the light dimmed, that was the power. The light was bright and it went and got everyone's life force. Then it went dim and he floated up, absorbing all of that, is my speculation.
Yeah.
After you relate that to me and wake me up.
I like that, yeah.
Yeah. So it was bright, it went dim, and then it got brighter.
So
again.
clearly he's just having a cotch at the bottom of the pyramid during the day, and then he just wakes up to receive everyone's life force. Seems like a bit of a lazy...
Yeah, it's a blessed life, isn't it?
It is blessed.
Bloody
Hashtag
blessed.
blessed.
That's what all the people. That's what all the people. No, hang on, get his voice. Fuck. That's what all the people say.
No, but I can't do Burnham's voice. Fuck. Do it.
Oh, you're doing Burner?
Yeah, I know. I'm getting mixed up with the
What's up
song.
with you?
That's it.
That's what all the people say.
Sorry, what song is that?
That's life.
Oh.
That's what all the people say.
Oh, Tully, you're not allowed to do song things.
No, I'm asleep and talking.
Waking me up.
Tully's having some kind of weird personality.
It was really just had an aneurysm, I think. He woke up and went, sang a lyric of a song we've never heard. Let's not go back to bed.
It wouldn't be the first time that a member of the Order has got their voice a little bit mixed up.
Oh, no. Well, last time.
Oh dear. Well, so I'll keep paying attention until things die down, but I feel like things probably aren't going to go anywhere else. So
the
let's
light
fast
dims.
forward.
The kobolds and the orcs in this sort of bit of the temple remain sort of kneeling down and all in the darkness. They all then stand up. None of them relight torches, and they all file out of this bit of the temple and out and disperse to the two entrances that you are aware of.
Yes.
But a third line of people move away further into the forest, led by one of the orcs.
It's a lot of coming
Not
and
the
going.
one that you have eyes on, though.
Where do they go? Why do they journey away for a day and then all journey back? It just doesn't make sense.
I don't know. They've never done that before, have they?
They're all the time, they're bloody coming and going.
But they're coming and going from the things next door, aren't they?
What things next door?
Well, the traps next door and the donut.
I
the
just
underground donut.
despise these people.
I mean,
just living their lives.
bearing in mind when you first came across them, they had journeyed away for a day and then come back at night. In Dulasar.
Just stay in the temple.
Right.
Yeah. Just stay in the temple. We don't know how it works, but just stay there.
No, listen, they've got a big food storage, they've got a poo room.
What more do you
What more
need?
do they need?
We stay there and eat all the food.
They've
The
got
food storage.
multi-food storage, giant poo room that's completely
They've got a
clogged
magic
up.
carpet,
Well,
Well, they didn't know about that.
they've
Now
got
they will.
cages. What's the point? They're just frustrating.
idiots.
So that sounds good then. That's nice. I'm going to go to sleep.
Good night, husband. Well,
And at
good,
about
good
1
work.
in the morning, you go to sleep. And there is a lovely dark sky with no blue glow.
That's good then.
Did we lose health points?
We'll find out next time. Thanks for listening.
Oh, who's
Oh.
that?
Who's that?
Are you expecting
Dunno.
anyone?
Could be pizza.
Would be nice if it was pizza. We haven't ordered the pizza.
Okay.
I wonder who that is then.
Should we go check?
I'm going to be honest. I know who it is.
How do you know? Because you've got the CCTV camera outside.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, we're going to find out now? Or we're going to find out next week?
No, I think we better find out next week.
I
He's
hope-
got to stand outside for a week.
Oh my god!
Oh, okay.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
The Formal Gamer, podcast for those with exquisite taste.